Hello, hello. Dr. Henry back. Today, we've got a different one for you. This golf cart's been acting up. It took the seat off already. It'll run great for many minutes. It seemed like it was until it got hot. Sorry, it's so dirty. But then you'd push the gas and it would just stall out. And you'd feather the gas, like go half throttle, and it would pick up and start going. And turns out the carburetor is most likely dirty. So we're going to find out. I'm pretty sure that's the case. You can clean carburetors, but a new carburetor, new fuel pump, filters, gaskets, clamps, cleaning tools, all was like 30 bucks. So to clean it and try and not fix it and have to take it all apart again, just it's worth 30 bucks to me, at least, just to replace it. Maybe it runs even better than it did before. Maybe when it's not acting up, it runs better, more power out of it. So I have pumped on this. That is not causing this problem that we have today. But anyway, I wasn't able to find a video. Maybe it's just me, but I couldn't find a video of somebody replacing the carb. This right here is the carburetor. That's going to be the choke, and this right here is going to be the gas pedal. So I push the gas pedal, you can see that moves, and then pull the choke, you can see that moves. So it's not super complicated, but for those of you out there that want to replace this yourself and not pay someone, I'm going to go through it for you. Should be relatively straightforward, but as far as automotive repair in general, everything's easy until something goes wrong, and then it's not easy anymore. So I think with this, getting this bracket off is one of the first things you want to do. I want this to go back basically where it is, so I'm going to adjust that a little bit. We should be able to just pop these two nuts off and that bracket will come off. Ugh. I knew I wasn't going to get in there with power tools. It was worth a try. So throw it in the comments. Have you guys had to replace your carburetor or clean it or anything of the sort? Once that hose off before I can grab that nut. Football season's back, baby. I had the sound off because I don't think YouTube wants NFL broadcasts in the background. So that clamp, oh, there we go. That clamp didn't want to let me grab the other end of it, but the clamp should just move like that. Now I should be able to get to that nut. basically this stuff's just 10 mil and 8 millimeter. Just a weird angle on it. There we go. So I just wanted to give you guys this video just in case you're looking for one and can't find one also. I've replaced a bunch of carburetors in the past, not on golf carts though, but with any repair I'm going to do, if I can just do a little research prior to, see what all it's going to entail. I put brakes on my F-150, rear brakes, and did not realize with the electronic emergency brake that you had to put it into repair mode. And that one's going to be a stinker on me. So that was good. It was good. I watched a video before that. And you know, problems that I might come into with this repair might help you guys avoid them. So, and you know, you might enjoy laughing at me if I screw something up, so that's fun too. I wanted to get a ratcheting wrench, but also a shorter wrench because this thing's not cooperating and you can't get a socket right on it. Just how the carburetor's built. Yeah, I can't even get that side of the wrench on it. But yes, once I get that nut off, so I mean, even though it's fighting me, it's really a couple nuts and should come right off there. Slowly but surely. All right. With this loose, I was able to get my ratchet on there. Sort of. What? It's going good, baby.
Why is Henry like under my car? You silly.
Say hi to the YouTube channel.
Oh, geez. Hi.
All right. We got that guy off. We can pull this out. That will come out of that bracket. This is gonna go that, and you just have to get it level. It'll pop right out of there. There you go. Set that aside. This should, you don't want to break that. So you push that out of the way, and then this will pull up and out. It's your gas pedal. And then the carburetor's right here. Got one more hose attached to it, and let's see if we can get it out of there. All right. Is that going to be 8 mil? No, that's going to be smaller. Get a little screwdriver. So there should be some adjustments on the carb. Hopefully not much though. In older automobiles, you'd have to really mess with them to get them flowing fuel right. But newer ones, we'll see how this goes. But often they're kind of install and they're ready to go. So this is a 2018. Might get some fuel out of there. All right, there it is. It's actually not super dirty, but you got some jets in there. And again, it was working, so we'll see. We'll see how well it performs after, but for 30 bucks, it's kind of almost a maintenance thing. But all right, so we've got our gasket right there. Dripping fuel, so I'm going to get that out of here, but that gasket's going to go right there. There's one for both sides. Huh. There wasn't one on the other carb. Good idea to clean whatever crap out of here you can. This thing, you guys might poke fun at me for how dirty this golf cart is, which I don't deny, but I will tell you, I have cleaned this thing so many times. I don't know, airflow is probably an issue, but I need a shield underneath it or something. We take this thing off-road all the time. Take the dogs for runs, and it just, you could clean it today and tomorrow and go on one ride, and tomorrow it looks like this again. I've done it. So, all right, we got that. It was pretty clean, I'll note. We got that cleaned up. I'm gonna get our gasket in here. That carb in the right way. That's the choke. I'm actually going to reinstall this while we're here, because it might be a pain to do it afterwards. All right, let's make sure that's tight. That's not going anywhere. No debris, no trouble there. Oh, I need my white clip. I wonder if it came with a new clip, actually. No, it did not come with a new clip. So, it's a good thing we didn't break this. They do break pretty easy. I hope I don't break it taking it off, but yeah, we need that. So, should just be little needle nose, pinch it together and pop it out, hopefully. Yep, so got that out. Just gonna push right in there. I'm gonna put you do have to do this before you tighten it up because this bracket's gonna be in your way again. This guy's just gonna go in there and then get the cable in that slot. And then that's gonna be good. So got that. All right. I think we're good to put our bracket back on. Oh, that's where that other gasket is. Cool. So it did give me a gasket, but there wasn't one on here, so I was thinking maybe there wasn't one originally. I'm gonna get a razor blade and clean that up. All right, this knife was closer than a razor blade. So we're really going to make sure there's no remnants of this gasket left. It will leave an air gap and create a vacuum leak if we left any chunks of that gasket. So that's pretty good. Feel around there, feel there's nothing left. And then it's interesting, there's little bump outs that don't exactly line up. All right, but there's, so on the actual carb, it does line up, and I'm gonna, I guess either way, as long as it's upright, you're gonna be safe with that. So, all right, we'll just put that on here first. This guy's going back on. Actually, yeah. All right, we're good. So that back on there, that guy back on that. I'm gonna clean this thing up a little bit. Interesting. There actually is a gasket on that, but I don't have more. But then there's a gasket right there too. And that one looks in good shape, unlike the one on this one. So it's almost like the factory wouldn't do that. Oh no, that was just the one. Excuse me. It's not good. They only gave me one of those. But I need two. Yeah, see the bottom. The bottom was stuck on the other piece and the top was stuck on this piece. So not ideal. Because could make a vacuum leak right there. But not only for the sake of the video, but for the sake of getting this golf cart going, might just have to forego that gasket. And just make sure this is one and only one. It is. Frustrating. So, alright, well, just make sure both surfaces are clean, and for now, it's easy enough to just come back and pull those two nuts off and put a gasket in there. I could even spray some carb cleaner and see if it's leaking bad. But that is unfortunate, and it's unfortunate this kit did that to us. Oh, yeah, not a big fan of that. But I checked the box twice. There's not one in there. So let's go back together, see if it leaks bad. I don't think it will. I mean, got both surfaces clean. They're both machined flat surfaces, so not that this is one of them, but some newer engines, they don't use head gaskets, or maybe it's just like front cover gaskets, timing cover gaskets, because the metal is machined so perfectly flat that they don't need a gasket between it. I wouldn't say this is the case with this, but pretty low pressure at least. So, all right, back to our little nut that wants to fight us all the time. So yeah, I mean, this project, this one single nut is probably the worst part of it. So I'm going to put you on pause while I just manually with this wrench, I'm going to spin that nut until it's tight. So just like this is what you'll have to do. But to save you the pain of sitting and watching me wrestle with it, that's all I'm going to do. Just use a wrench and move it slowly. Flip the wrench. All right, so I got a good angle on it. It's much easier. Just have to go from the bottom. But with this being kind of a tough nut to crack, it stinks even more to have that gasket missing. But so you're going to snug these, not over tight, but you want to get them tight there and there. So both are good and tight. I'm going to get our hose back on there. Oh, here it is. Need to get this thing snugged up. All right, we can check our gas pedals. Good. That's good. Oh, we lost our clamp for this, and we need to get that clamp on. The dogs hear the golf cart and get all excited. All right, that's on there. Where'd this clamp go? That there. 8 mil. All right, so with that, let's take this off there. You can put a golf cart in neutral. That's forward, reverse. No, that's forward, that's reverse. That's neutral. I just want to make sure she's gonna fire up and get some gas. Come on now. We'll give it a second. I'm not going to show it on video. Maybe I'll come back at the end, but fuel pump's right there. There's a filter in line with this. You can see that. I think you can see that right there. Those are going to get replaced also. But basically we need to prime this new carburetor. See if we have to make any adjustments with it. Oh baby. So I pulled the choke. There's a little bowl inside the carburetor, the bottom there. Should make sure there's no fuel leaking. All right, so I'm gonna go take this for a ride. I think it's gonna take a little bit of filling that bowl and working itself to straight. There's a chance if I keep having trouble with it, I'm gonna go in and adjust that. there's really no other adjustments on one of these things. So I'll get back to you with the results.